Hold on, your grandmama
Yeah.
She killed one of her husbands?
Killed one of her husbands, got away with it, and still lived in the same house. Listen, I was wearing Lions with them, but me and four crackheads were wearing the same. Nobody else was wearing Lions shirts. I was a running fat kid. They called me Butterball Jamal. Wring this shit out and wipe this mustard off with a dish rag. Excuse my language.
Who else can blend comedy and death?
That's a very different combination.
My guy, my good friend, my brother, my confidant.
Good
I can
brother.
say that, yes sir.
Good brother.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got the incomparable Howie Bell in the house. What's going on, bro?
What's happening, man?
You doing all right? I'm good. I'm
Always good, man.
Yeah, let me get. I told you it's gonna be a lot of background noise.
Background, front ground. Look, we got the pink Stanleys.
Yeah, we got
Shout
the
out
pink
to the wife.
Shout out to my wife, Courtney.
Sparkling Stanley.
So you know what I'm saying?
If you will.
Yeah. Please,
like
go
that,
ahead.
yeah.
We might as well make a little
The
commercial.
old Wheel of Fortune. It's like, you can buy this for $38,000. You got $2 left. I don't know if they remember the old Wheel of Fortune.
Yeah, they
You had to
remember
buy
that.
stuff. It shows you how old I am.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Pass or play.
Yes.
You know what I mean? They'll
What's up,
sell
brother?
you anything, man. Nothing, man. I'm working hard.
If
man.
I hear one more time, you look like Shula King.
Hey, man, listen,
I be
brother.
in the mall like, hey, you the one to be on no, that's not me. I work at McDonald's.
Nah, man.
You just used to seeing me in the drive-thru.
Yeah, that's right. That's
I
right.
am not him. No.
No, yeah, man. Yeah, it's all good though, man. You know
I
what
promise
I'm
you though, I get it all the time, man.
And then the last time we all took that pic together, me, you, Ryan Davis,
Yeah.
took that pic
Yeah.
together. They were like, man, y'all,
Yeah.
y'all can play brothers or something.
Yeah, seriously.
You know what I'm saying?
People
Hey,
really
man,
think, yeah.
I ain't mad at it, brother.
Yeah, we all come from the same tribe, that's all.
That's all it is, man. That's all it is.
Yeah.
Now, me and you, we got some history.
Yeah.
Because we linked up. First of all, ever since I started doing comedy, we was in the same. I started doing comedy in the same areas of I want to say what you did. Well, you went to college at Benedict.
Yeah.
I went to USC, when everybody found out that I did comedy and I became a bruh, then everybody was like, you met Howie? You met Howie? You met Howie? You met Howie? Now, they just kept asking me if I met you. Nobody told me you was in Detroit.
Right,
You know what I'm
right,
saying?
right.
Which would have made sense as to why I didn't meet you.
Right.
And then
That's like I was still hanging out on
they
Two
were talking
Knots
about
Road.
they were
Yeah.
talking about you like you were still there in
yeah.
Columbia, South Carolina.
Yeah.
And then I remember we didn't meet until I was living in Atlanta.
Is that right?
I remember
Okay.
you were doing Maurice's Room.
Okay.
And you got on
Yeah.
stage, you was
Yeah.
killing it. I can't remember the name of that club. It was on Roswell Road.
I can't remember the name.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah, yeah.
I remember, I can't remember the name of the club.
Yeah, you was killing it. And got off stage and I had I introduced myself. I was like, man, what's up, man? But Maurice used to have spots all over.
different
Still
spots.
do.
Yeah,
Still do.
absolutely.
Still got different spots. So we connected then. I remember you hit me up and was like, hey man, I got some work for you. Up in Detroit. I jumped on a Spirit flight. I rolled up all of my clothes.
Made sure they was tightly packed.
Yeah, I rolled. That was back when you had to roll. I'm talking about that
Yeah, it's
roll.
Spirit to get you. If you can't,
Roll.
your bag can't fit
Yeah, yeah.
in the top slot.
Yeah.
It's $1,000.
That's when I learned about Spirit, man. Coming to see you,
Yeah.
I learned that, you know what I'm saying, that you can go to that kiosk.
Yeah,
But if
yeah.
you need help with that kiosk,
Yeah.
it's gonna run you about $25 to have a conversation
Yeah.
with somebody.
You better be totally independent when dealing with Spirit. You need help? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Sir, we got a card for that?
Yeah,
No
yeah.
cash.
If you want some help, it's gonna
Yeah,
cost
man.
you.
Yeah.
Everybody, the comedians all put everything in
I
one
remember
bag.
how many years ago was that, man? You got me.
I
Because
don't
can't
know.
remember. Yeah,
I
because you
don't
got
know.
me on the years,
I
and I
don't
remember
know.
it's been at least 10.
I was about to say it.
Because I remember My family loving you. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But definitely my wife's side of the family, of course. I mean, they really enjoyed, when I remember first meeting, it's, oh my God, Sugar King. They was really into, following you, of course.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So,
But
to me,
that
meant
was,
a lot.
but we linked up before I was going viral.
Really? And that was, so they was on it early.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Because I remember but that was a long time ago because I remember where I was living. You know what I mean? I remember where I stayed at.
To now.
Yes, Lord. Because I had my first apartment, the apartment I was living in when we met, was smaller than this little space right
wow.
here. Yeah,
Right.
I literally could poop, shower, and shave.
Yeah.
All in one room. You know
Yeah,
what
I've
I'm
been
saying?
there,
I could
brother.
scratch my head.
The life of a comedian.
Yeah, I could
think people
scratch my head
understand.
in the bedroom and turn on the microwave.
I remember Marsha Brandon, comedian Marsha Brandon had a crib. Him, Artie Robb, Corey Fernandez.
Oh, wow. Out of New York.
They all lived in Brooklyn and in Canarsie. Actually, a couple different parts, but I remember in Canarsie. And I used to go back and forth and visit them all the time. So I damn near was living there. And Mark Simmons was there. And so imagine all of us inside of this box.
Oh, yeah.
Little hallway here, maybe a little bedroom here. Whatever. I used to sleep on the weight bench.
I haven't
I used to
had.
go over their house and literally sleep on. I wasn't lifting weights, but I was sleeping on the weight bench. It's the lifting weights position. Like
Yeah. Man, you said Corey Fernandez. That brought. I hadn't talked to him or seen him in forever.
Yeah, man.
I had, you know what I mean? They're like we would just be cool, like in passing. And the last time I think I saw him was Bob Sumner's birthday party at Roselle.
Yeah, Corey, man, great guy, man.
Yeah,
great guy, man. One of my really good friends. We haven't spoken in a little bit, man, but that's my brother, man. Literally used to all be in the same crib. You know what I'm saying? Like Animal House almost. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I remember they recruited a cat from the alley named Midnight, and because they had mice. And so they just literally got a cat from outside. And like, this cat is coming to live with us.
That is a very New York thing. Yeah. That's a very New York thing right there.
Yeah. Marsha Brandon hated Midnight. Get out my room.
I didn't know that was a thing.
Yeah, you gotta have a cat.
And you was the one that told me about it. Remember last time we was in New York together? We were in New York together, and we went to the corner store, the little
bodega.
Yeah, bodega.
Yeah.
And there was a cat in there. And I was like, bro, why do they always have a cat in here? And you was like, who gonna eat the rats?
Yeah.
I was like, it never dawned on me.
Not even eat them, but fight them, because New York rats fight a cat. So they just gotta control it. It's almost like a control situation.
Yeah.
They can't beat them. You know what I'm saying? It's way more rats than everybody.
Yes,
So, they can't really beat them. They could kind of control them.
Yeah, man.
They can beat up the mice, but they
need to breed cats.
Yeah, just for that.
Just for New York.
Yeah. The Tom and Jerry thing is real. That was New York. That's real. New York
man. And it seemed like everything in New York is aggressive. Because the pigeons are aggressive in New York.
Aggressive.
Like, regular birds down south will just fly. A bird could be 50 feet away, and if you do that, they fly.
Yeah.
Pigeons, you walk right up on pigeons in New York.
Yeah.
And they look at you like, what?
Yeah, they might peck you.
Yeah, they might, you know what I mean? And if you do something to them, you're going to go get the crew.
Oh,
and you're going to get showered.
Yeah, I don't mess around with any wildlife, including human beings.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm telling you.
Keep it moving.
Yeah, keep it pressing, man. Yeah, man. So let's go back to the beginning.
All right.
Bro, because you my guy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Where was you born and raised? Now, I know, you know what I'm saying, but born and raised, where does that?
Born and raised in Detroit. Man, I had a hell of a childhood, man. Came up, I was born in 72. Like, that sounds so old right now. 1972.
Yeah.
But, my childhood base, the 80s, man, was incredible. Grew up in, crack was hot.
I was about to say, crack era in Detroit, baby.
Crack era in Detroit. The Lions was terrible. They're just not getting good, though. It's been a long time. But
you a diehard, though. You still support.
Listen, I was wearing Lions, but me and four crackheads wearing the shirts. Nobody else was wearing Lions shirts. And we used to see each other. Hey! Hey, what's happening? You going to the tailgate? Just us.
You can have all the food.
Yeah.
I just take the crack.
I just take the crack. You eat food. You know,
I ain't had chicken in years.
born and raised, excuse me, on the east side, and moved to the west side of Detroit, man. Graduated from Martin Luther King High School. Ain't that some black? You can't get no black.
It don't get no blacker
from
than
Detroit.
Martin Luther
Graduated
King.
from Martin Luther King High School
In Detroit.
in Detroit.
Detroit black enough.
Yeah, Man, listen. You put
Yeah.
the Martin Luther King High School on
high
top of
school.
it. How black are you?
That's
And then I went to a HBCU. I got blacker.
You just
I didn't realize my life could get blacker. I went to South Carolina, Columbia, South Carolina, graduated from Benedict College.
Yeah.
And hey man, once I graduated, moved to LA, and then kind of the rest is, kind of history.
So-
in between.
At what point in there, where did the comedy start for you? First of all, when did you get to the point where you knew you wanted to do comedy?
I started off doing plays first though. So
Hold on,
even
wait,
as
I
a
didn't know
kid, I was doing black stage plays. How about that?
I just knew you was going. I knew you.
Look, a raisin in the sun, zoom in and the sign, anything black you can think of.
You was Walter Lee.
It was close to it.
Walter Lee.
I started off doing plays. I even did some other stuff like Jesus Christ Superstar. And, so I was doing some musicals and stuff like that. So I was doing plays, man. And then I went from plays to stand-up comedy. My brother, Tony Roney, who's a comedian, still to this day. He teaches classes, does comedy. Tony Roney's Comic Vibe and the Crack Jokers. I came up under his tutelage as a young beginner, and my other brother Greg Shelton helped me too. God rest his soul. And he worked in Hollywood for a lot of years. He wrote for the Jamie Foxx Show, worked with Marcus King and King Management for a long time. He produced and wrote for the Image Awards. He got me my first job as a PA for the Oscars. So both my brothers were very important, in my career. But in the early days, I started, like I said, with the plays, and I went from the plays to Tony Roney saying, hey man, you could do, stand-up. Why don't you try to do stand-up? And then went, and I was at a club, and it was a nice show, and it got down to the end, probably like 2 people left in the audience, and he was like, man, you want to try it? And I was like, yeah. and then I went up, and of course I was terrible, what I'm saying? But after, I didn't make him laugh at all. But after it was over, though, I felt something. I was like, man, I want to keep doing
that
this.
bug, it don't matter what.
And it was literally, I promise you, like 2 people in the DJ. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that wouldn't be my first time experiencing 2 people in the DJ. Trust me, I went through that a lot.
No, I know what you're talking about.
So I caught the bug and went from there. And then I moved here I moved to Columbia, South Carolina. And I remember them having some comedy nights down there, and I wasn't very good, but I went and was trying to do like the Fountain Blue, all these other little spots, you know what I'm saying, that I try to go do comedy at, and I just wasn't very good. And I remember saying to myself, man, you sure you want to keep doing this? Like I just
doing this to yourself.
Yeah, what am I doing to myself? I like pain or something, you know
Yeah.
what I mean? And then I remember having a good show and saying, wow, okay, I could do it. You know what I'm saying? I can do it. And time just built, and time, would go down, and then I would do better. Go down and do better. And then, and eventually just kind of my consistency with doing good got there.
That's it.
And it took a long time, man, a lot of years. I remember doing BET Comedy View for the first time in 98, and I did good on Comedy View. 1998, then I got booked to do a New Year's Eve show. That same year, like going into bringing in like 99 or something, I was struggling. Like I was booked to be a headliner, but I didn't have about 15 minutes.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
put you out there.
A lot of comedians didn't have no time. Like we was getting Comic View back then, and just didn't have no time. You know what I'm saying? We was getting TV, but then we get to the live performances and we couldn't do it. It reminds me of now.
Now, yeah.
Honestly, because I remember, us then as BET Comic View comedians. By the way, none of us made it. But nobody from Comic View made it. Just a couple.
Some of the hosts.
Just a couple. Just the hosts. That's it.
Cedric.
I can name you about
DC,
50 to each one. Cedric.
DC Curry. Who else? Some more.
Some more.
It was a handful of people.
Gary Owen. Yeah.
Gary
Owen was the host when I did it.
Okay, yeah.
So, but my thing is, like back then, they were booking us to do headline jobs, so we couldn't do the jobs. Kind of like now with a lot of comics on social media, get booked to do shows and they can't do it either. They don't have the time. So it kind of reminds us like history repeating itself, actually.
Yeah.
So we've been through that too.
Absolutely.
That's why people dog out social comedians, social medians, or they call them, or people. You can't dog them out because they're just in a position just like we was.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They dealing with the cards that they were dealt.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And they taking advantage of it, and they doing what they got to do, even though they don't have the time on stage. We didn't have the time. I didn't. I had to learn and go through that.
I feel like there's always one generation that seems like where there's something that happens that opens the floodgates for people. You had Def Jam,
Absolutely.
you had Comic View, and now it's social media because people dog out social media because it's outside of the norm of what there is really no gatekeeper.
Yeah.
There isn't. I mean, technically there is, but it's like
I think at one point in time it might have kind of been that way.
Yeah.
I think now you can make your own way.
Yeah.
So you don't really have to, you know what I'm saying, wait for somebody to open up an opportunity for you or do anything for you. You just got to have the know-how. You gotta have the, you know what I'm saying, the
and then now,
technology. You got to know how to work with the different apps, and you got to know how to be a good editor, and you got to know how to do your own graphic designs, and you got to know how to edit, do good jobs with your video, things like that. Those are things that you got to learn unless you take a class or pay for it, what have you, or you got to do that. Those are self-taught things that you have to do. But outside of that, there's really nobody else you got to adhere to. Because you can make your own way.
Even now, unless you are like a real superstar or something like that, because now you could be on television for 20 years and nobody know who you are.
Nobody.
Like TV ain't even got the muscle
TV
like that.
is secondary to the internet right now.
Yeah, because nobody's walking around with a TV.
Yeah.
They all walking around with a phone.
Sure.
So you know what I mean? Like nobody, so you can be like, oh man, I've been on this television show. If that television show don't have no clips on social media,
they don't know about it.
It doesn't exist.
You're absolutely
correct. It doesn't
correct.
exist at all.
I applaud the Laugh Factory, especially Chocolate Sundays, for what they've done for black comedy, because they've kind of replaced Comic View in a sense.
Yeah.
Because people go and they upload your clips and they, put it through social media, and that's kind of been helping a lot of comics. You know what I'm saying? Stay a little relevant. You know what I mean?
I've been wanting to do Chocolate Sundays. I need to do that.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm gonna call you when I make that move too. Because I need to get in.
Man, I'm sure Pookie put you down, Pookie Wigington.
You know what I'm saying? But I know there's like a 2-year waiting list. So
you know what?
There was a 2-year waiting list in 2011.
Yeah. It's a long waiting list. But I say this though, it's one of the most incredible rooms in the country.
Which is why I will call you. When I know I'm headed that way, I'm like, let me. I want to do that. Because as a comedian, you know what I mean. And I was doing this before social media. So as a comedian,
absolutely. You want to do it.
It's like going to the cellar.
Absolutely.
Yeah, in New York. So you got to get those off the list.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Somebody, I saw a little clip with Deion Cole. Was that the cellar he was trying to do a show at?
I think so.
About a month ago or something, Deion Cole made a video and they wouldn't let him go up, or something. They was giving him a hard time about going up and performing. I think it was the cellar. And with all of his accolades and everything, they wouldn't let him do it. And he was a little perturbed about it. And I'm gonna tell you something, man. Comedy is like a cult too.
It is.
And in different cities, they do what they do. Especially like LA or New York in particular. Atlanta's there too, in Chicago. It's just that if you didn't come up in them ranks like that, it's almost like they purposely don't want you to go or show you, we gonna bump him or we're not gonna put him up. It's like they showing, they flexing their power. You know what I'm saying?
But you know what? And this is
just saying that, and then people were saying, man, why wouldn't they let him do this and that? I'm like, people don't understand that, comedy, you know what I'm saying? If you didn't come up in the ranks,
world.
It's its own world, and people purposely put their foot on your neck sometimes to show you that I have control over this situation.
Yeah, I mean,
no matter who you think.
Yeah, and I don't even think it. I guess because we're so intertwined in the culture, I respect that. Like I'm that type of person that you don't walk in Not saying Dion did this, but you
Yeah.
don't walk in with your accolades on your sleeve like some comics do. And you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And some social media comments like, you know, you're not
Yeah.
even a real, this
Yeah.
ain't even really what you do, but you come in like,
Yeah.
y'all don't know me?
Yeah.
And
yeah.
it's like, no,
yeah.
we don't.
And I
we
don't think
care.
that's what Dion did either.
Oh, I know.
I just think
yeah.
he was showing up to say, shit, I want to go up. You know, I'm in town, I'm working.
Yeah.
I want to do some shows. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
yeah.
And you know, and unfortunately, that's what happened. Like people go to LA for instance, and they have been, you know, on this and that or whatever, but they may not be intertwined into the LA culture. And they go down to Chocolate Sundays, or they go to the Improv, and they
get turned
expect
away?
it. And Lonnie Crooks is there, and they expecting her to put it. I mean, everybody not running to put you up. It's just that is not how it works.
It's not how it works, dog. We
It's so
stacked,
many
we
people
good.
in line. You know what
we
I'm saying?
stacked, we good. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And that's the thing.
And you
That's
got
the thing.
people that's hungry, man. Like, listen, bro. I lived in LA 7 years. So
Yeah.
if I'm sharing a bag of French fries with you, man, and my man just came to visit, my bro, if something coming up, I'm about to throw it to my man I've been eating these French fries with. That's just how it is.
It's just how it is.
You know
bro.
what I'm saying? Like, I
Yeah.
mean, I'm working with the people that's starving with me, and that's how these cultures are, no matter what city you are. So, for me as a comic, man, I'm blessed to be able to go to all these different markets and get that love because, you know, a lot of people don't get that.
But you know
what I'm
what?
saying?
That's why I tell anytime a younger comedian comes to me and say, well, you know, you got any advice? I always tell them, travel.
Yeah.
You need to be intertwined in the Chicago culture, in the New York culture, in the DC, in the Miami, you know what I
some
mean? All these
time
different
there.
places because
Yeah.
I know it works for me because, you know, when I started, you know, getting a little popular and somebody said, well, he just another one of them social media. Somebody, one of the, you know, people that was around would be like, no, he ain't.
Yeah.
He been around.
Right, he been doing
matter of
that.
fact, he been doing it longer than you.
Right, right.
You know what I'm saying? That
Absolutely.
there's, you know, he
Absolutely.
been doing this, and you know,
Absolutely.
he's just doing that because of X, Y, and Z. Social media because of this the thing.
Yeah, dude,
but-
we're adding this on to what I'm doing.
exactly.
I'm building.
But you know, all of that it circulates back to that stage.
It does, man. And in your personal relationships with people. And that's not just comedy. I think that we need to get more back into kicking it with people in general.
Bruh,
Remember you
yeah.
used to go visit people?
Yeah.
When is the last time somebody visited you?
Hey, man.
Just rung your bell. Bing, bing.
Yeah,
Who is
no,
that?
no.
Oh, that's Cheryl.
Yeah. You seen Cheryl?
You know, and
Yeah.
Cheryl, I just stopped by because I was in the neighborhood. You know, that shit don't exist no more.
It don't exist, bro.
And people be mad if you ring their doorbell.
Oh
right
man,
now.
you mess around.
Who was that? That's my dad. My daddy came over here without calling.
You know,
Yeah.
exactly.
You know, it's like
Even though I'm living in this house,
oh man,
rent free.
Exactly. That's
You got the nerve to
world
come
has
by
changed,
here.
man.
Hey man, yeah.
We personal contact and interaction, even like these interviews, stuff like this, are important because it shows people that you can still be a human being. You
Yeah.
don't have to hide behind your phone or your computer and try to talk and be jazzy and do all these things. You know what I'm saying? At some point in time, when the rubber meets the road, you got to be alive. And then what are you gonna do?
Yeah, a lot of people are not experiencing life.
You know?
A lot of people are not living life, man. They're not
No.
talking to anybody. They're not.
They're not doing anything. They're experiencing other people's lives. They're
Yeah.
living vicariously through other people through the phone. So they're looking at all of these videos and all of this content, and that's their life.
Yeah.
Actually looking at somebody else's life is their life.
It's their life.
Yeah.
It's looking at.
They're not
staring
getting
at
their
somebody
own experiences. They're not getting any memories for themselves.
You-
Their memories is somebody else's memory.
You know what's crazy? I think, and then when they get in the position where they actually have to do it, it's awkward to them.
Yeah, they don't know how to live.
Yeah.
They don't know how. They literally don't know how to be a human being. I'm telling you, man, they don't. People
Yeah.
go to any type of gathering, any social gathering. Most people are on their phones. When you go out to eat, people ain't talking, man. The whole table is on the phone.
The whole table on the phone.
And then every now and then somebody get up and say, "Let me take a picture of everybody."
Yeah.
And they document the moment, and then they get off their phone and look, and then and everybody's back to the
and
phone.
then they go right back to it.
That is where we at, man. And
Yeah.
I don't know how we're gonna break that or how we're gonna get away from that, but woo, it's terrible right now.
I don't know. We keep pissing China off.
Yeah.
And that, we might see it.
Social media shut down for, if we had a social pandemic, a social media type of pandemic where it shut down for like 2 or 3 weeks, I guarantee you people will figure that out.
I think it's gonna take longer.
They'll go back. Maybe.
It probably maybe
a month.
I think Instagram shut down for 8 hours one time.
Did it?
Yeah.
I think Facebook did the same thing.
And I could have swore I seen a millennial hanging from a bridge.
I can only imagine how it would be. It would be a little bit of a withdrawal in the beginning, but people will go back to it, man.
Yeah.
Go back to ringing your doorbell.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Ding dong, hey, where you at?
Yeah.
Let's barbecue.
What about
There's nothing else you can do.
A conversation.
But be social. Yes.
Yeah.
And talk. Yes.
Yeah, man. That was Remember, when's the last time you seen a bunch of bikes in the front yard?
1980, 87, 88.
We still did it in the 90s, man, when everybody's bike was in the front yard.
They still did it in the 90s, but yeah.
Yeah, man, come on, man. Now ain't no more bikes.
Yeah. Nah, man.
They don't want bikes, they want Xboxes, PS5s, things like that.
Well, even more than that now. So the virtual reality now, so, my daughter got the virtual reality. It's a whole nother level. Because, hey, man, this sound old, I don't know, but back then, fat kids could run. Yeah.
Yeah. You know what I mean? You ever remember that fat kid?
I was a running fat kid. They called me Butterball Jamal. Yeah. Jamal was my middle name. I was Butterball Jamal. And run your fat ass off. Play football. That was it. We can only touch on the sidewalk and tackle on the grass.
Yeah,
That's in the city. I don't remember that.
Hey.
But yeah.
Hey, man.
Yeah, the fat kids can move back then.
Oh, man.
But fat kids back then wasn't as fat as they are now, though. Kids now is real fat.
No, they just ain't no.
Back then, you was like, he fat, but he really was just husky. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Matter of fact, they used to have a section in the kids
with the husky pants. Yeah.
He was husky.
I remember my granny's like, "Come on, try these pants on." They grab it. You need huskies. These too tight. Pull them up. Yeah. That's back when we went shopping with you.
Back when the only jeans was Levi's.
They said, man, nah, we had Levi's. We had Wranglers and Lee's.
No, what about
Lee's?
Faded Glory? What about Faded Glory?
I don't know Faded Glory. That must have been Carolina.
We had Faded Glory
Faded
one time.
Glory.
Faded Glory. Something about the Faded Glory, them off-brand jeans, where the seams start here. But it started curving.
It started doing something weird.
Yeah, get over on your kneecap and come back over there. You know what I mean?
Listen, my grandmother had J.C. Penney's charge cards.
Oh, yeah.
Sears charge cards.
Everybody, grandma had a J.C. Penney charge card.
When they had this choo-choo, you put your card in and they choo-choo with the little,
that little machine.
The paper.
Yeah.
I don't know how anybody can steal your information.
Yeah.
That's a piece of paper.
Yeah.
But yeah. Man.
Oh, my gosh. I don't know how that thing used to work and why was it so loud?
Hey, man, listen.
You had to be strong back then, like physically.
Some people were strong back then, man.
Yeah.
And, we lost a lot of people. Shula, people have passed on, they died, and life keeps moving. But I tell you something, some people leave an impression with you.
Yeah.
And my grandmother was one of them.
I was about to say we was gonna get to that. I was gonna start with
okay.
No. We can ease on it because just tell you, so the first name you gave me was Uncle Fat.
Now, Uncle Fat was her brother.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, if you want to start with Granny,
it don't matter. It's all good. Look, all this shit is the same.
Because when I tell you, boy, look here. All right, well, let's start with Uncle Fat.
Uncle Fat was the...
Hey, ladies and gentlemen, it's your boy, comedian Shula King, the comedian/funeral director. I want everybody to watch, like, and subscribe to my new podcast, To Laugh at Death. Peace.
Minister of Music for Chapel Hill Baptist Church.
Why am I laughing all this?
He wasn't even fat, though. That's the crazy part. He was slim. He was a slim, tall guy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And he was a homosexual. And I remember...
you know what? I almost could have guessed that.
I'm sure you could.
You said
Minister of Music.
Minister of Music. That pretty much...
He used to say it like that. I'm the Minister of Music. It was probably back before it was a real ministry. They used to call it that. That was in the 80s. I'm the Minister of Music. Yes.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Yeah, Uncle Fat. And man, he used to come in and kiss all the kids. Kisses all. Boys and girls.
Yeah.
That's before I really knew what homosexuality was really about. I didn't really care. You're a kid. But he kissed you right here, right in the corner.
There.
Yeah,
part
a little bit of your corner of your lip and cheek. This. Uncle Fat kissed you right there. Hey, Tony. Hey, Jamal. Hey, Keisha. And my brother Greg, he ain't like Gregory. Hey, Gregory. Gregory used to lie a lot, so he didn't kiss him. He probably over there lying about something. He's like, I want to be Gregory. He didn't get a kiss. But Uncle Fat
I need to start lying.
I need to start lying. Yeah. Saying this wet stuff from my face. But Uncle Fat was the funniest, man. They would take us on trips, him and Granny, and pinch us under the table and put your arms up right and sit up like this. And, you only eat like, they really was real stern about your public appearance and how you did. Even though as kids it get on our damn nerves. You know what I'm saying? But
it meant something.
Yeah, absolutely it did. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Absolutely. My grandmother was for real. Like, her brother's the minister of music, so she in church proud too. She got all the hats.
Yeah.
I'm talking about all of the hats.
Yeah.
The hats. She had a closet full of hats in boxes.
Just no, nothing else.
Nothing but hats in boxes in this particular closet in her house, man. My granny was serious about that church, brother.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
That's
Easter.
Yeah.
All the holidays. She was in church.
Yeah.
She used to cook too, so I remember going over her house for Easter. And I had on like this stonewashed blue jean vest and like a t-shirt. Everybody all dressed up. Man, we at the dinner table, everybody around, whole family. My grandmother's like, all right, let us pray. First of all, Jamal, you look like a first-class hobo. Jesus, Lord, bless this food. We about to receive.
Like, what?
Man, you talking about embarrassment. My daddy laughed just like you. Man, when my daddy laughed at me, I almost cried. I was going to go to bed. I'm going to go to the bathroom right now. I got to use the bathroom. Excuse me. I'm going to use the restroom. I got to go cry. My daddy just laughed at me.
Ain't no way.
Man, when your daddy laughed at you for the first time, like at you, when you realize it,
He look you
that hurt your feelings, boy. First class hobo. Boy, they ragged me for years behind that.
Oh, my God.
You remember when Daddy called you a first class hobo? Yeah, they didn't bring that up. It's a regular conversation.
This ain't got nothing to do with the food. It ain't got nothing to do with nothing. First of all, you look like a first class hobo. And go right into prayer.
Right into prayer.
Let it, Lord, thank you.
Bless the hands that prepared the food.
But not the hands that dressed my grandson.
Exactly. Oh man. That was life for me growing up, man.
Oh,
Southwest
my
Detroit,
gosh,
brother.
bro.
Man, I promise you, man.
that
God
is
rest
crazy.
the dead, man, and bless the dead.
Uncle Fats.
Yeah, Uncle Fat and Granny, man.
Boy.
Granny Bell.
That is Granny Bell.
Granny Bell.
So should we get to talking about Granny Bell?
Granny Bell. Oh,
We got anything else on Uncle Fat?
Because
I wanted to ask you, with the Uncle Fat, how did he dress though?
He was sharp. He always dressed real nice.
Oh yeah.
Every time you seen him, you know what I'm saying?
I was about to say.
Yeah. He had the cufflinks. I still have right now. He passed. My father got it when Uncle Fat died, and I got it from my father when he passed away. It's a jewelry box with nothing but cufflinks. Mm-hmm. Different type of pairs of cufflinks that my Uncle Fat used to wear.
Yeah.
Got them all. I mean, it's different kinds, ruby-looking ones, some with doorknobs on them, like all kind of exotic-looking cufflinks.
Yeah. I was about to say.
No, he was cold dresser.
Because back then, you know what I mean, they was sharp.
And the men in my family
would
dress sharp anyway. Yeah, they was all. That's back when people cared about how they look.
Yeah.
You know, the young brothers now, they get a fade, and then they do their hair like this. It's like they want to look messed up.
Yeah. I don't know what you're talking about.
But it was a time when we cared. Yeah. You know what I mean? They got a brush now just to make it look nappy. I'm like, who does this? But I mean, but men.
You talking about me like
Hey, look, that's because y'all take me while I was snoring.
Yeah,
So So, but even women though, man, like I mean, I'm the whole we in this whole sexy red era, and you know, just the era of I don't care and let me be who I am and be me. Nah, you look terrible.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like some people just don't. They just look terrible, and it's like, man, I can be me or be who I want to be. Yeah, you can. You really can.
You can.
But your presentation.
Yeah. Your presentation means everything.
I don't know the difference between, you know, literally a fentanyl addict and like a regular 13 or 14-year-old no more. I don't know who's who.
You know what? You know what's crazy? We have a saying I used to work in restaurants. Like a lot of people, and they were coming up, you had jobs. And I used to work at Waffle House. I worked at Chili's. There's a saying in the restaurant business: people eat with their eyes first.
Absolutely.
The presentation of the food.
Absolutely.
Somebody can say, you know, hey, I want the steak, I want this, I want the omelet, or whatever the case may be. And they want it to look like the picture is what made them want that.
Yeah, and it's not going to be like that. Like, even if you look at an advertisement on TV, you look at a hamburger or you look at it, it's not going to look like that.
It ain't going to look like that, but it's like, but the thing that they taught me was make it look as close to that picture.
That's right.
Make this look, this got to look like you want to eat it.
It's got to at least look.
Yeah. It can't look like you threw it on the plate.
Presentation is not important anymore, brother.
No, I think it's coming back, though.
I hope so.
It's circling back. It has to.
So.
And what goes up must come down.
I hope so, because, you know, it's just people, we took pride in the way we look, man. It's just, I look at some of the young kids right now, they just look terrible.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And their excuse for everything is, but I'm getting the bag. You know, it's like, are you?
I got to think about it. Listen.
Are you really getting the bag?
Like, nah.
You know what I'm saying? Which bag are you getting?
First of all, a lot of them ain't getting the bag.
You need a bag of laundry.
Yeah.
And put that in the washing machine and get an iron, for Christ's sakes.
Yeah.
I don't even think they iron no more. Remember we used to iron? Does anybody remember when people used to iron? You had an ironing board, the actual steam come out of the thing like this that you move back and forth?
Yeah. I remember that.
They don't do that now.
I remember that. No, man. The last phase of the iron was when you used to have stains on your jeans and didn't wash them, and then they iron the stains in the jeans. You spill some honey mustard on your jeans and you never wash it. You just iron the honey mustard in your jeans. It smell like old funky honey mustard.
Honey mustard jeans.
Every fart that you ever farted in them jeans is being cultivated in steam water.
That was terrible.
That's a terrible era. So now, you know what I mean? Oh, man. So now, we gonna talk about Granny.
Yeah.
We gonna talk about Granny. We touched on Granny.
Yeah.
Now we gonna talk about Granny.
Yeah.
I'm gonna let you go, but I know you know what I'm gonna bring up.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? But so what? Where was your grandmother born?
She was, I want to say, Alabama.
And you know why I asked you that? Because when you started talking about those hats, I was like, that's a Southern thing.
Yeah.
But more Southern.
Alabama. I want to say they moved from, when she was little, from Alabama to Detroit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was a lot.
Part of my family came from Arkansas, but I think they came from Alabama.
Yeah, it was a lot. It was a lot of that. That going on.
Yeah. She had a garden in the backyard, man.
Yep.
That's
that time.
Yeah, growing peas and cabbage.
Yeah.
She had a barbecue pit built into the ground in the back. You know how to brick.
Ooh.
Yeah, barbecue pit. Yeah, she used to man. Granny she hanging the clothes on the line back then.
Yeah.
She had a dryer and would still hang her clothes on the line in the summertime.
Yeah.
Ain't that something?
Yeah.
Had a washing machine and dryer. But had a clothesline and would pin and had the wooden pins.
Yeah, the wooden pins. The wooden clothespins.
The clothespins. Yeah, she had literally lines that we helped her string up to from time to time when she would replace them and hang clothes up in the summertime so she wouldn't have to run her dryer.
Save some money.
Come on, and your clothes smelling fresh, like outside.
Yeah, but we can't do that.
Saying?
We can't do that no more.
Yeah.
We can't do that no more.
They've been stole the whole
line. First of all, they done stole everything. Secondly, I don't know what it is about outside no more.
Don't smell fresh like that.
Don't smell fresh no more.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Go outside for 10 minutes and come back in.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Granny was serious business, man. Granny would, listen, man. I remember Granny would wake us up at 7 a.m.
Mm-hmm. By
8 a.m., you was on the porch, bathed and shining like a brand new penny. Hot as hell on that porch. At 8 in the morning.
That's right. That's right.
Dressed like, with the shirt to the top.
All the way up to the top.
Where you going?
This
8
tucked
in the
in.
morning.
This tucked in.
Yeah, tucked in.
Yeah.
And shot grease up, lotion up.
Vaseline.
Vaseline.
Yeah, because you in Detroit, y'all got to put the Vaseline on.
Oh, yeah, buddy, because that
can't do that lotion ain't gonna do no good.
No, that lotion wasn't doing good.
Yeah.
We was using Vaseline like lotion.
Yeah.
Going in and literally using Vaseline like lotion.
I was in college when I learned about that.
Yeah.
I was in college when, because I had a roommate who was from Brooklyn. His name was Parrish. I can't remember his last name. Cool, but he used to, he looked at me one time, he had bought the jar of Vaseline, and it was cold outside, so he was throwing the Vaseline on, and he looked at me and said, "You grease?"
He said, "You grease?"
You grease?
Like you ready?
I was like, no, I just got lotion, because we in the South, we don't need.
Yeah.
You'll die with the Vaseline on you down here.
I remember when I first came to Benedict College in Columbia, I brought all these long sleeve shirts and polo shirts. And man, my roommate at the time, Bobby Burris, my roommate, he was from Rock Hill, South Carolina.
That's my mama hometown.
Hey, as soon as I met him, he met me. Man, where you from? I'm from Detroit. You about to burn your ass up with them clothes. That's the first thing you say when I met him. Your ass about to burn up. you about to die. You about to die. I had all these long sleeve shirts. Sweatshirts and hoodies. Coming from Detroit.
Yeah, boy, you gonna look good in that casket.
I damn threw all that shit away.
Oh man, that's crazy. Bro.
Yeah, but man, Granny was a monster, man. She was the best, bro. I mean, this is the lady. I mean, you couldn't do nothing, but she was one of the nicest ladies and mean too at the same time.
Yeah.
Whip your ass and make you a plate. You
That's
know what
it.
I'm saying?
That's how it was. It was necessary.
Yeah, and you had the best clothes. But she was just mean as hell.
Yeah.
And then one time she drove us to Disney World, me and my sister. I'll never forget it, man. It was she cussed us the whole trip. God damn it, y'all quiet, be quiet. Get over here. I mean, we got down to Disney World. I want to take a picture with Goofy. You ain't taking no damn picture with Goofy. Why can't I take a picture with Goofy? You're going to let my sister take one with him. She young enough. But I can't do it. Yeah, I'm too old, I guess. You know what I'm saying? You ain't taking no damn picture with Goofy.
She'll say it twice.
Yeah. You're going to let Keisha take the picture with Goofy. I remember eventually she let me get in the picture with Donald Duck or somebody. But I was so sad in that picture.
Yeah.
I look back at that picture now, I look so depressed. Like she almost cussed me like, hurry, give me the damn picture. And then took a picture. Me and my sister on one side, I'm on the other side.
Yeah.
Man, one of the most miserable trips to Disney World that a child could ever have.
It looks like it's still affecting you today.
It is. Ate good, dressed good, but was not happy. It was not a happy land. Sit over here, straighten up. Shit, God damn. Man, listen.
Oh man, I know you probably mad about the price.
Well, Granny had the money. I'm telling you, she had the Sears credit card, JCPenney credit card. She was balling for late 80s. 88. Granny had some money. She was a
killing
nurse.
The game.
She was a nurse and everything.
Yeah, your grandma was a nurse?
She was a nurse. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Worked at a hospital, was a nurse, man. Hey, listen, man. Granny had it going on, bro.
No, and I say that because
she had to. Before you cut you off, she had to raise 4 sons.
Yeah.
My dad, Howard Bell, his brothers, Emery Bell, Darrell Bell, and Alfred Bell.
Yeah.
And Alfred Bell's daddy, who was one of her first husbands, she killed him, shot this nigga in the hallway.
Hold on, your grandmama killed?
Yeah.
She killed one of her husbands?
Killed one of her husbands, got away with it, and still lived in the same house.
That is a sound bite.
Whoa! Yeah, brother.
Yo,
you hear me?
Why am I just not
killed him in the hallway upstairs, and then and everybody would talk about it. Yeah, and they killed the nigga. He was right here. Nigga, I'm growing up as a kid. Yeah, he died right here. I'm like, we still living in this house? Hey, man,
your grandmama killed him.
Killed him. Killed the man.
Went to trial.
Got off, and bought new furniture after that. And a car. That had a Buick. I had a Buick back then.
Yeah. The ass is dusted.
Hey, man, listen. Black Widow. Granny Bell, boy.
Hey, man. We are not supposed to be laughing.
Look, I ain't never told this story either. About her killing one of her husbands.
Oh,
Absolutely.
my gosh.
Yeah.
Did they have kids together?
Yeah, Alfred was one of her sons.
And
was his son. Yeah, my Uncle Alfred.
Uncle Alfred.
Yeah.
And got him on out of there.
Yeah.
Got him on out of there.
Yeah, ain't that something?
Oh, my gosh.
Granny
Killed
Bell.
him.
Yeah, she was mean, man. I didn't realize how mean she was, until I got older and started, oh, shit.
That is
We had it easy. We alive.
Yeah, y'all had the sweet side.
Yeah, we had the sweet side.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, bro, that is hilarious, man.
Yeah, man.
I mean, not him dying. Rest in peace, Uncle. Rest in peace to him. But
Yeah, Alfred Bell.
Alfred Bell.
The older Alfred Bell. And there was younger Alfred Bell, and there's Quan Bell, my cousin.
Jesus. So, but you know the story I want you to tell about your brother being allergic to mustard.
Oh, yeah.
And tell you.
And you know what? I did that on stage before.
Yeah, I know. Okay. That's how I knew about it.
But it's a true story.
I know that.
You know
what I'm
saying?
But I just wanted you to tell it
Granny
again.
used to cook her butt
This is
off, man.
got to be the funniest story to me.
She was making us some hamburgers.
Yeah.
Granny, everything scratch. You know what I mean? The burger be a circle like this on the grill. It'd be like a meatball.
right. The meat
with the bread wrapped around it.
Yeah. It'd be a whole elbow sitting
But she
inside.
used to have that black cast iron skillet, man. She made everything out of it, man.
Yeah.
Fries, burgers, even spaghetti in the skillet. I remember how good that spaghetti used to be in the skillet. But she was making us some hamburgers, and he's allergic. My brother Tony, he's allergic to mustard. Same brother that started me in comedy.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he's Granny, I can't eat mustard. She like, God damn it, I'm cooking. I mean, like going off. We sitting there. Granny funny too now. So but you can't laugh.
Yeah.
Because if you laugh, she's getting on your ass. So we holding laughter in. Doing all that shit. Man, she gave us some hamburgers. He had that muscle on his, man. He looked at that hamburger. When I tell you his eyes, because we was hungry too, his eyes was watering. Because he's going to cry because he can't eat it. Yeah. He literally was allergic to mustard. You know what I'm saying? He said, Granny, you made a mistake. She said, what? Man, she said, you put mustard on mine. Man, my granny, she got so mad. She was knocking over shit. God, give it here. Grab this hamburger. Grab the dish rag out the sink that she had been washing dishes with. Wring this shit out and wipe this nigga mustard off with a fucking dish rag. Excuse my language. And said, now you eat this, eat it. And then carry your ass to bed. Damn it. Man, listen.
Oh, man.
We trying to hold these laughs back. My brother looking at it, he can't take it.
I'm sorry,
man. He stared at that burger on that plate, man. We eating it. We dancing. He cried.
I can't.
Boy, that had to be the funniest thing that ever happened with his kids, man. We talked about that for life. You know what I mean? Hey, look, we were playing basketball. I remember when Granny wiped your dish rag, wiped your hamburger with a dish rag. Man, listen. Everything in every moment in life, we racing. You ready? You ready? You on your mark? Get set, Granny, wipe your shit over the dish rag. Go.
That is hilarious.
Man, every situation, man, brought that story up, man. Granny was incredibly funny. I think the first class hobo got me the most because it was embarrassing. It was in front of everybody.
Right.
The dish rag just got me and my brothers, and we was there. You know what I mean?
When I
she was classic. You know what I'm saying?
When
She's
I
a
tell
classic.
you, I almost had to pull over. When I'm listening to your comedy special, I'm driving. You know, if everybody know, you got a comedy special out there. It's on everything.
Yeah, I did a comedy album about. It's about 7 years old now.
Yeah, and it's
6 or 7 years
on
old.
everything, man.
Yeah, I haven't done one
tell
since,
you-
but I just let that one just sit there and marinate. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
but it's a classic.
Yeah.
It's that comedy.
Thank you, brother. Appreciate
Yes,
it.
that is
Appreciate
a
it.
classic comedy album. I listened to it through and through, beginning to end, and I kept going back to that story about your grandmama
man.
wiping
True story too.
wiping off that
truest story ever. None of this is lies.
Man, listen. A dish rag is always funny.
Granny Bell.
Only time I ever heard of a dish, the other story I heard of dish rag being funny was Lawrence Killebrew.
I know Lawrence.
Went to Comedy House Theater. And I know it's his story to tell, but we're gonna tell it again if he ever come back.
Yeah.
He, it was during COVID. And back then, during COVID, we just sanitize the mic.
Yeah.
Spray the microphone off with some Lysol or something. I got to be talking on it. You know what I mean? So he's getting ready to go on stage, and he looks at the manager and said, "Hey man, is there anything I can sanitize the microphone off with?" And the manager, who shall remain nameless, went in the kitchen
And brought out
got
the
a dish rag and wiped the microphone off with the dish rag and said,
Here. Now that's funny.
"That is hilarious."
Nah, that's
man.
funny.
Bro, he told me that. I was like, "Are you serious?" He said, "Yeah, man. Yeah, man."
The most unsanitary
The
thing
most unsanitary
that you can
thing.
use.
You just made it dirtier.
Oh my God. Oh.
Now it's COVID and something
Now
else.
it's, now it's everything.
Yeah, it smelled like wet French
man.
fries, pee,
Right.
whatever.
Countertop.
Enjoy.
Yeah. Enjoy.
Floor, enjoy, and boogers, and
Yeah,
whatever
man.
else y'all putting in this thing.
Yeah, man. Life is beautiful, man. We just got to live again, bro.
Yeah, that's a good perspective to have
Yeah.
on that, man. That's a great perspective
man.
to have on that, man.
Yes, sir.
And I mean, let me derail for a second, man, because we got that thing in common now. We both family men.
Yeah.
Of course, you've been at it longer than me, and you know what I mean. I met your family, your wife, 2 beautiful daughters, everything, man. Because people don't know, man. I done stayed the night at your house a few times. As a matter of fact, I don't come.
Lawrence came with you a couple times.
Yeah, I don't come to Detroit or Toledo without calling you.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I got a couple family members up there. I don't call them. I don't know them like that, but I'm just saying.
Well, man, I try to make my crib like with the cues. You know what I'm saying? Make it comfortable. Because I got my fraternity. Me and you. Part of the same great organization. Omega Psi Phi Fraternity Incorporated.
Absolutely.
Zeta E square.
Yeah.
And Z square E square. But you know what, man? I try to make comedy like that. With my comedy. Sisters and brothers, I try to make them feel comfortable. You come to Detroit, man, give me a call. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to cook something. Most likely I'm already cooking anyway, because I cook a lot anyway. Make it comfortable, come to the man cave, get the big TV. You know what I'm saying? Let's sit here, chill, whatever y'all want to do, have a drink or something, chop it up.
Drinks, you done slept.
Video games, whatever you want to do. I just want you to get away from, break the monotony from whatever your normal everyday life is. When you come get with me, just go into another world. I'm gonna play some music you probably ain't heard in a long time. I'm gonna play some old school. I'm gonna take you into another world.
Yeah.
At least for that little bit of time.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
I think I've had a cigar or two.
Yeah.
Down there.
Yeah.
And I had a drink. One of the last time I was there, I believe it was the last time, me, Ryan Davis, you, Brandon T. Jackson.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
It was all that. Like it just happened. We all just so happened to be in Detroit.
Who else was there? Somebody else was there too. It was Brandon T. Jackson, you, Ryan. Somebody else was there with us. I
know exactly. No, a slim, light-skinned dude. I remember what he looked like.
Mike Sam. I don't know. It could have been Mike Sam.
It was the other young dude, Act Saved.
Okay, the Josiah was there.
Josiah
he
was there.
Yeah, he was a younger comedian too. Yeah, at the time. He's still a young comedian, but I remember that.
It was so I told him that night, I was like, man, I was when we were all together, me, you, that we were all together in the same room. I looked at him and I said, lucky you.
Yeah.
I said, lucky you to be a young comedian
right
to
here.
be in this room right now.
Yeah.
Lucky you.
Yeah, absolutely. That was a lot of comedy power right there, man.
Yeah, just seriously.
I'm gonna hate, when I finally leave, because I'm not gonna be there too much longer where I'm staying at. And I got a wall with signatures on it, man. And you of course you signed the wall.
Yeah.
I got signatures from everybody, from Joe Torre to, of course, Ryan to Marshall. I mean,
you leaving?
A little bit of everybody, man. I'm ready. I'm ready to move. I'm ready to get a bigger house. Yeah, ready. I ain't gonna be immediately, but I'm ready.
I mean, I know, man, but you should think about that. Should be like you should Airbnb that bad boy or something, man. Too many. Look at that's history, bro.
It is, man.
You know, y'all don't know how many signatures
that wall is crazy.
Yeah, you got all.
That wall is crazy.
Any comedian you could think of.
Toure,
Carlos Miller,
Brooklyn Mike, Joe Blunt, Spanky. I mean, you name it, man. Sign that wall, man.
Saying.
Martini Harris.
Yeah.
Man, the list goes on and on.
On and on.
Tommy Chun, Nate Jackson. I mean, it's a lot.
Oh,
yeah.
No.
Yeah. Thomas Ward. A lot of comedians sign that wall. Man.
Yeah, you got to put that on Airbnb.
Pierre.
Airbnb, dog.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, bro. You can't do that. You can't do that. You know,
it's definitely a part of that wall is black comedy history for sure.
Absolutely. Airbnb. I'm sorry, bro. That's exactly what that needs to be. Ain't no way in hell.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But so let's before we do anything else, you also had your father.
Yeah.
On this list.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
My
Let's
father
talk
was,
about,
Well, that was Granny Bell's son. That was Howard Bell.
Howard.
Yeah. That was the first Howard Bell.
First Howard.
Yeah. Howard Bell was amazing, man. Howard Bell sold drugs, sold dope.
Yeah.
And worked at the plant and was a Vietnam vet.
A little bit of everything.
A little bit of everything.
A little bit of everything.
Yeah. Only had female clients. You know what I'm saying? That's all he had was female clients.
Okay. Only to sell drugs too.
Sell drugs too, yeah.
Yeah. Oh man, wow.
Yeah. Ain't no telling what was going on, man.
It's a telling. I know what was going on.
My father would be like, hey, give us $100. Hey, take this $100. Go catch the bus and go to the mall.
Yeah.
Don't come back till about 8 o'clock tonight.
Yeah.
It's 8 in the morning.
Damn.
We used to be like, yeah, okay, we excited, but shit, after 2-3 hours, we're ready to go home.
Yeah.
But daddy, we call home now. Don't come back yet. Go to the movies.
He in that service.
I gave you enough money.
He in that service.
Yeah.
Hey, man.
Yeah, daddy had a big satellite dish on top of the house. The big ones back in the day with all the channels, like the 1,000 channels.
Oh, yeah, back when,
back in the 80s.
Yeah.
Played chess. Taught me how to play chess.
Yeah.
I mean, everything, man. Just an incredible human being. You know what I'm saying?
Wow. That's crazy.
My daddy was wearing Timberlands in the 80s to go to work in. Like, he worked at Chrysler for 30 years.
Yeah.
And then he worked at General Dynamics and made tanks and stuff like that. So he was the first time I seen Timberlands was on him. Like, that wasn't even a fashion. He was wearing Timberland steel boots.
Well, it started off as a work boot.
Work boots. Yeah, real work boots.
That's crazy.
I remember when they came fashionable, I was like, for real? My father was like, they cheap now. They don't even make them the same. Cause he was buying them, they was like $200. You know what I'm saying? $250. Yeah, they were real
really
work
designed
boots
to protect.
Then
the
they
foot.
went down to like $100. He was like, these cheap now. He was like,
wow.
they ain't the same. They'll tear up.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because he was working a real plant worker. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Now they made for fashion.
Yeah, it's made for fashion. And that was $100. He was like, they cheap now. See, he explained something to you. I mean, he was a lecturer, man.
My father was that way.
Man, he would lecture you about anything. What you fail to realize is that you can try to make 1 + 1 3 all you want. It's just not gonna happen. If you cut one of the sticks in half, you'll have 3 parts, but they're not the same.
Yeah.
You got 1 and 2 halves.
Yeah.
That's my daddy.
Oh, man. Your father was like mine.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man.
He always challenged you, too. Let me see how fast can you go to the store and come right back.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Here,
Yeah.
go get a pop. Give me some cigarettes. That's back when kids used to buy cigarettes.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I
Go
did
give me a
that
pack
one.
of cigarettes. Get yourself a pop and see how fast you can come back. Pew, out the front door.
Yeah, and
Come
it was
back.
it was trying to see if you
Yeah.
give them change back.
Yeah, and get the change back too.
That's how you end up. That's how
Yeah.
like that
Yeah.
small thing
Yeah.
right there.
Oh, one time I didn't bring the change back. I went. He said he gave me $10. He was like, "Go get my shirt at the cleaners." That's back when they put stuff in the cleaners.
Yeah.
Go get my shirt at the cleaners. I gotta go somewhere. I went and I was addicted to video games, man. I was playing Asteroids and Galaga and all that stuff, man. So I went to the cleaners and paid for the shirt. The shirt was probably like $1.92 to get out at the time. Something ridiculously cheap. And they were like, come back in like 5 or 10 minutes and come get the shirt. I walked next door to like a little party store that had the video games in there. And I went in there and started playing games, busting them dollars down to quarters. Man, I came back home with probably about maybe $2 out of 10 and no shirt. I didn't bring the shirt back. You hear me? I've been gone so long. I was running home. I forgot the shirt. That's when if it was a thing called child abuse, disqualified at the time. He said, "Take your goddamn clothes off and get in the tub."
Oh yeah. That's
You
it.
know what I'm saying? Man, I went and got in the tub. He came and whipped my ass with that belt in the tub.
Oh man.
Because I was playing video games, bro. And I'm going to tell you something, man. That moment in life changed me, bro.
It would change me.
I was like, you know what? You just can't do something like that. I'm talking to myself.
Yeah.
You can't get yourself killed.
That's
you
how
can't
you
get yourself
know.
killed no more. Because daddy almost killed you.
Yeah. You know that was that.
Yeah.
You know when you know you got whooped when you talking
When
to
you
yourself
talk to yourself.
like the adult. What was you thinking?
Listen, man, I'm talking about for real, man. That was a doozy, man.
Yeah, you had to go sit down.
I don't think he whipped me after that, though. That might have been the last time he gave me a whipping, too, in my life. You know what I'm saying? It was such a bad one. I think he felt bad. Like, I fucked him up.
Yeah. Like, oh, man. I let my emotions. I
almost killed my child.
Yeah, almost took him out of here.
Yeah.
Yeah,
As funny
man.
as guy he was very stern. But we don't have parents aren't like that anymore, though.
Nah.
Where he would talk to you
While he
and
beats
whip you,
Yeah.
but still talk to you and make you understand why you did that and why he did what he did.
Well, never mind. I ain't gonna say that on camera.
Yeah. But see, everything don't need to be on camera.
My wife was saying, you know, that you gotta listen. You know what happened when you don't listen.
Hey man, listen.
You know what I'm saying?
Hey.
That's I didn't want to. You know, I'm not admitting to anything on camera. We love our children.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great times, man.
Yeah,
Great
man. That is. And now you know what I was gonna say throughout this conversation, and I want to circle back to. I didn't realize how much of stuff we had in common.
See?
Your grandmother was a nurse, so was mine.
See?
My mother's mother was the first black registered nurse at York County Hospital in
wow.
Rock Hill, not far from here.
Right. Yeah.
Yep.
New York, yeah.
That's
Wow.
crazy. So when you said that, I was
Yeah.
like, wow.
Yeah. Yeah,
Wow. I think your uncle was a minister of music, but my Uncle Dewey played the piano in church.
See, I'm saying, yeah.
Yeah, basically the same
Played
thing.
yeah.
Now he
Uncle Fat
wasn't.
played the organ.
Yeah, he wasn't. You know what I'm saying? No, he wasn't.
Fred Sanford, he wasn't.
No, he wasn't that. But, you know, and shout out to everybody who, you know, because I personally think, like, if you look at it, man, people, if it wasn't for the LGBTQ community, we wouldn't have rock and roll.
Well, it'd be a lot of things that wouldn't be around.
It'd be a lot.
But I say this, though. The LGBTQ
plus,
yeah.
Hyphen.
If you want to say whatever you want to add to it.
whatever else, they want to add some
I think the difference, though, between Uncle Fat's era and now is they were flamboyant, too. They were homosexuals, but nobody cared. You know why? Because they didn't press their values or views on anybody else.
They didn't press the line.
They didn't press you. They would just be gay.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I think now it's more of a pressing you. You know what I'm saying? It's like we're forcing you to look at this like this or view this way. And people didn't care because they didn't care because you were just a human being. And now I think that they've shined the spotlight so tough on it, it's got people agitated. It's like, and people feel like there's a alternative motive or some type of plan or some kind of movement where it's like, it doesn't have to be like that. Gays has always been around. Why is it a thing now? You know what I'm saying? I remember rainbow the rainbow itself was a colorful kid thing. Now that's turned into a perverted thing, kind of. You know what I'm saying?
Like it was a.
You can find a pot of gold at the end of a rainbow. What do you find at the end of a rainbow now?
Was supposed to be God's promise. Was God's promise after the flood with Noah?
Yeah.
Because after everything subsided, then there was the rainbow. Yeah. That's what that was about. You know what I mean? And now that everybody kind of making their own thing.
Man, they made their own thing about it. Nobody's mad at anybody, man. I just, life, everybody is so into their own beliefs so strong that they're not even using common sense anymore, or like even being sociable enough to have a normal conversation without them being so opinionated and so emotional. All you got to do is go online and look at the comments. As soon as you go into the comments, everybody is, oh my God, that's what a Democrat would say. It's like everything is something. You know what I mean? Everything is something. I mean, we're talking about a glass of water. You know what I mean? That's what a Democrat would drink. You know what I mean? It's like, I mean, how do we get to that? Yeah, Trump 2024. You know, like
on water.
Yeah, water. So I mean, that's how bad it's gotten. You know what I'm saying? That's why it's important. It's important to laugh at us, man. Laugh at history, laugh at our families, laugh at death, like we're talking about. And just keep it moving and enjoy it until it's no more.
Enjoy, exactly. And that's why. And then when it is, reflect. And that's what this show is. That's the whole purpose of it, because it's like everybody has created shows to be angry and be mad and be against each other, and black men are this and black women are that. And I ain't doing 50-50. I swear if I hear another 50-50 conversation, my thing is like, girl, you work at Wendy's.
It's exhausting.
You're not gonna find a multi-millionaire man coming in and out of there every day. That's where you work at. Ain't nobody looking over the counter to say, and my thing is like, you just might. But chances are, it ain't gonna happen. I'm sorry, the reality is you got to deal with whatever's in your proximity.
And make the best out of it.
And
there's nothing wrong with that.
There's nothing wrong with that.
There's nothing wrong with that. Be satisfied with what you have, man, and make the best out of it.
Yeah, and if you want better, then it starts from your own mentality.
Yeah, but people have unrealistic expectations.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And, and we all want things that are out of our grasp, or the things that look good, or some kind of shiny piece or object. Yeah. But the truth and the fact of the matter is, you're not going to always obtain that, and you need to pick up the dirty rock and then try, and scrub it and make it shiny, as opposed to looking for the shiny.
Somebody told me not too long ago. They said, poverty saved them from a lot of stuff.
I can see that.
Because I wasn't able to always do what I wanted to do.
Yeah, exactly.
So, and then I'll tell you this.
I can see that.
And a lot of people don't know this, but a lot of people will agree with this. When I started making a little money, I figured out that I had everything that was important already. Whatever it is that you're chasing after, you see that? You hear that? That's the important.
That's the reality.
That's the important stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like everything.
That sound right there.
Yeah, the thing that you chasing after. I want to get this. I want to be this point. I want to. When you cross a certain threshold, you go, wait a minute. I left all the important stuff back there. The real important stuff. Because everybody's not. It's my opinion. Everybody's not born rich, but everybody's born wealthy.
Absolutely.
And what is wealth is? If you have God, you got time, you got your health.
Mm-hmm. Well, health is wealth. Yeah.
Three things, in my opinion. Mm-hmm. I could be, somebody may disagree with me, but that's how I feel. Like if you got those three things, because if you sat Warren Buffett down right now and he said, you give me everything, every dime you got, and I will turn the clock back 30 years.
Yeah. How about that?
Or I'll make you healthy. I will turn the clock back and I will give you, you will be 100% healthy.
Oh, they'll take it. Anybody would take it.
He would give you everything.
Yep, for that.
Everything. He'd make sure all the pennies in the couch.
Money.
Get them pennies out of here.
I remember when I was young, I used to think, oh man, I could be rich. I had this. Just think about some of the people that you see. You may not know them personally, but you can tell they're miserable. Donald Trump is miserable. And I don't want to mean to bring politics in and talk about water, but Donald Trump is miserable.
It's a lot of.
He's had a lot of money in his lifetime. He is not a happy man.
Yeah.
You can just look at him and tell he's not a happy man.
I don't think Ben Affleck is happy right now.
Ben Affleck, yeah.
Him and J-Lo.
Bennifer, didn't they call their relationship Bennifer one time?
I don't think they happy.
Why did he go back to her?
I mean, well, you know.
What made him do that? He wasn't.
Listen,
he was happy
man.
when he wasn't. He got back with her and now he's not happy again.
Good intercourse will make you do foolish things.
Yeah, you're right.
I can only blame it on that. Like, I don't know what else it is.
Yeah,
you know
what
what I'm
else
saying?
could it be? Yeah.
It will help you make a terrible decision.
Yeah. Love will help you make.
There are a lot of beautiful people keeping other people miserable.
That's true.
Yeah,
that's very true.
You know what I'm saying? It's something.
Yeah, it's just, you know, but
you gotta remember,
the point being the money ain't gonna do it.
She's still Jenny from the block.
Yeah, she's still Jenny
learn
from
something
the
over there on that
from
block.
the block.
Yeah.
That's the important part.
Yeah.
From the block.
Yeah. She ain't forgot everything.
Yeah, man, you can have all the money in the world, man. Listen, bro, if the system shut down, another blackout, that money mean nothing. What you gonna do?
Yeah, I mean it is what it is, man.
There it is.
You know, but that's what keeps me grounded, man. But being able to,
we need it.
Yeah, I mean, it's a
necessity.
It's a necessity, but my thing is, I have God in my life. I have my family.
That's right.
I got friends like you. I got great people on my team, and that's the important stuff.
There you go.
That's the important stuff. It ain't stuff.
Yeah. That's right. That's the important stuff.
Yeah, that right there. That's the important stuff. So important stuff about to get popped.
Don't let them get greedy and fat like my kids. My kids be asking me to bring food from out of town. Can you bring us back something to eat from LA? How greedy can you be?
Come on, don't say that.
I was in New York. Bring me back a chopped cheese. Hit the bodega before you get on the plane. These kids is internationally greedy.
Yo, man.
Oh, man.
My brother.
It's been awesome, man.
It's been a pleasure, bro.
Yes, sir, dog. Love you, man.
I love you too,
that,
man. Love you too, man.
We can do this for hours, man.
Yeah, we can. This ain't nothing but one of our regular conversations. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So we're going to look right there in this camera, tell everybody where they can find you at on social media.
Hey, y'all, Howie Bell, man. Type in Howie Bell. I've been Googleable for a long time. Is that how you say it?
Googleable. Yeah.
Googleable, I guess. But Howie Bizzell, HOWIEBIZZELL is the handle on Instagram, and Facebook is Howie Bell, YouTube is Howie Bell, and X, what formerly known as Twitter, is Howie Bizzell. So
that's it.
Find me.
That's
I'm around.
Ladies and gentlemen, this has been another amazing episode of To Laugh at Death. I'm comedian Shula King, the comedian/funeral director. As I always say, I appreciate your time and attention. Love God, love yourself, love each other. Till next time.